Hi, my name is Uchidee. This channel is all about fun art challenges. I hope through these challenges I can improve my art skill and share my journey with you. For today, I'll be using Derwent Inktense pencils to color on fabric. Let's see how it goes. Like I said, I'll be using these Inktense colored pencils. I was surprised that on the tin case, it actually states that these pencils can be used on fabric. I already really enjoyed using them on paper, and the colors came out so beautifully, so I wonder what they will look like on fabric. And I got this eco bag. It was only $2 at Hobby Lobby. For this eco bag, I wanted to use this picture I drew of Legoshi and Haru from Beastars, so I started by using carbon paper to transfer it to the bag. I really enjoyed watching the first season of this anime because it was kind of like a mystery thriller with human drama mixed with an animal concept all in one. It sounded unique when I first heard about it, and it kept my interest for all of season 1. So I was super excited when the second season came out, but it wasn't what I was expecting. It was good, but you'll see if you end up watching it. Now that this is transferred, it's time to color. I started by coloring Haru's eyes because I was scared to try a bigger area from the beginning. I was surprised that the pencil colored smoothly on fabric. It was a similar feeling to coloring on watercolor paper, as the lead is on the softer side, so it didn't get caught on this material. But I wonder how it will work when I add in the water. It is still very vibrant, even with only a little water, at least at this point. I wanted to use a similar shading style as the manga, so I blended orange and blue together for the shadows. I wasn't sure how this was going to come out when the colors blended, and it seems like it's going well, and I'm glad I had a little bit of practice of blending with the past Inktense review video. If you haven't watched it, I have a link in the description. I compared these Inktense pencils with Derwent regular watercolor pencils. At the time, I didn't know that the Inktense pencils could be used on fabric. Because of this, it makes these pencils more useful than the regular watercolored pencils. And back to the drawing. Haru wasn't that bad because she is mostly lighter colors, while Legoshi uses darker colors. It seemed that the darker colors need more water to activate. Not realizing this, I ended up messing up his clothes pretty badly, as I couldn't control the water. I was a little more careful when working on his face with the shading, but to be honest, it still looks pretty messy. Now for the background, I tried hard to get a smooth transition and used a lot of pigment from the colored pencils, and this was a huge mistake. You'll see why. The colors are so vibrant and the transition came out very smoothly, but the problem is, the more pigment you lay down, the more water you need, and it causes major bleeding, especially on fabric. I also used a textile medium in some areas to reduce bleeding, but it didn't save me from the disaster you see here. Moving on to the outline, I used my favorite Posca markers, but this is about Inktense pencils, so I'll skip here and show you the final piece. Here it is! Regardless of the final product, the Inktense pencils nicely color on fabric. I don't think it's easy to make it look good without experience, but I enjoyed making this eco bag. If you want to try something like this too, be sure to test it out on the fabric choice to get an idea of how it will bleed when activating the pencils with water. Like I said, I used Textile Medium in some areas to activate the pencils and it helped reduce the bleeding, but gave a weird texture in the area used, so I wasn't a big fan. The biggest regret I have is using Posca markers for the outline and the border. It splattered when outlining because the marker kept getting caught on the fabric. For the border, I didn't plan to make it this thick but had no choice because I had to cover the bleed out from the pencils. This made me really not like it in the end. Maybe a different color would have been better, but oh well, it's done, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video and would like to see more like this, please like or leave a comment below. And if you really liked the video, please subscribe. See you next time.